A lot of times when we plateau, it's because our mind and our body has gotten so used to our workout routine. So sometimes to force improvement, we gotta switch things up here and there. What up? It's the champ, Stratus Angels Esports, and welcome back for unlucky episode 13 of how to improve your aim. And today we're making a long overdue return to Aiming.pro, and they have a ton of new content on their website. So I have a more challenging routine for you guys, and I'll post the routine in the comments below for quick access. You ready? Let's go. So Aiming.pro has come out with these great new skill assessment drills, and as usual, only a small portion of the community is doing them. Everyone else is stuck on Tile Frenzy. So I'm hoping to change that because these drills are really great and will push you more than the old assessments. So click on the skill assessment tab and you will notice there are all these subcategories: tracking, flicking, click, and speed. And this is where all their new stuff is. And remember, all routines from me are 6 exercises, 5 times each. Let's click the tracking scenarios and start. So we're going to warm up with the Smoothness Trainer, and this drill is pretty difficult since the target is so thin. And what also makes it challenging is that it'll toss in a wiggle here and there, forcing you to change directions. And the focus on this drill is keeping your eyes on the target, not your crosshair, along with moving the mouse at a consistent, smooth speed. The target won't change speed, so we want to develop that smooth, clean motion on this drill. Next up, we have the drill I like to call the wiggling wraith, which is long range tracking. And this drill mimics really well those players who just wiggle or strafe back and forth. And if you played Apex or another game with a lot of strafing, these are always the hardest players to track and burst down. And you'll notice you have to be more gentle with your motion on this drill so as not to overshoot the targets that wiggle. Next up, we're going to move to the click section, and we're going to start with 16 target wall. On this drill, we're going to be working on our mouse pathing by trying to take that direct path to the target on each flick. And I like this drill a lot for something like Valorant or Counter-Strike, where if you're doing it right, most of your crosshair adjustments should be pretty small. Let's now move to 6 target wall, and the targets are spread out further here, and we're also working on continuing to refine our mouse motion or our mouse pathing over a longer distance, so try to focus on maintaining that direct path to each target throughout this drill. Alright, next we're going to get to moving targets with 3 target moving horizontal, and I want to introduce a new concept to our training today. So what happens, a lot of newer players like to time their click, meaning they'll predict where the target's moving and place their crosshair in that position, and when the target comes to their crosshair, they shoot. And this is a valid way to aim in some scenarios, but it also wastes a lot of time, and the ideal way to be aiming at moving targets is to flick directly to it and fire. And I want you for this drill to practice flicking straight to the moving targets very rapidly, and the targets are pretty big, so I think it's a good introduction to this concept. Lastly, let's move over to the flick category, increase the challenge with single target moving, and we want to push ourselves to continue practicing flicking directly to a moving target. And the targets are pretty small in this drill, so it can be very challenging, but again, we want to avoid tracking it for too long and just flick straight to the target. So that brings us to the end of episode 13 and our new intermediate Aiming.pro routine. Please take the time to like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you can come back for bi-weekly aim training content. I also stream regularly on Twitch. Come check me out. Champ out.